Welcome to Doug in Exile. Melania Trump threatens to sue Hunter Biden for $1 billion. How do I pay for this lawsuit? Welcome to Doug in Exile. You might see the black circles under my eyes. The beloved Miss Tenaple and my oldest son are on a trip to Japan. That's right. The first lady of Doug in Exile has left the building. So I have sleepless nights, that's all. So it's just going to be me and you now for 10 days. Welcome as we go into, and I always compare Melania Trump to Michelle Obama because I'm really making a comment about our media and how, first ladies are supposed to be hands off. And the media always attacks Republican first ladies and then treats Democrat first ladies like they're some kind of royalty and beautiful. So what did we hear about Michelle Obama? That she was beautiful, elegant, graceful, and I found her coarse, homely, and bitter. Not a nice person. We're going to go into that too. Melania Trump, graceful, generous, stunning, graceful. I really like her spirit. And the media jumped Melania Trump. They treated her like dirt. They're always, most of the fashion magazines are always looking for a first lady cover, except for Melania Trump, who's a supermodel. Here's the big headline. Just in, First Lady Melania Trump demands Hunter Biden retract, quote, false, defamatory, disparaging, and inflammatory statements about her, threatening a $1 billion lawsuit unless he removes the content and apologizes. So this one has legs, guys, because he did indeed lie about her, and we're going to get him, I say. Now, here's a documentary a guy shot about that started the whole thing. Okay, he went and interviewed Hunter Biden while he's doing his lunatic art. I'm an artist, so I can make that statement. And here's the opening statement about Epstein. Okay, that's where it starts. That alone and all the implications of him being thrown around. Now, here's the same guy in this documentary clip.
We're here maybe to give you the platform to apologize to the First Lady for your statements that you made about her possible connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
That's not going to happen.
Okay. So he's not going to go with it. Hunter Biden is not going to do it. And I say, we will see you in court, buddy. He's going to be in a court case. And you can't say blatant, well-known lies about a first lady and get away. It's very hard to sue for defamation when you're famous, though, because people are allowed to say certain things. They aren't allowed to defame your character or devalue your brand. On branding, here's Adam Carolla with Alan Dershowitz, and Dershowitz is going to give you an inside scoop on the Obamas. I like the honesty of this, just not being likable people. So just think of the all-star treatment of Michelle and Barack by Hollywood, by media, the magic loving couple that allegedly are on the brink of divorce, but they just seem like really miserable people, especially Michelle. And we're going to contrast the treatment.
Now it's to the point where I do not like them. I think of them as bad people.
I don't like them either. I have to tell you that. I like them very much.
That's Barack and Michelle.
Many social endeavors with him. He invited me to the White House over and over again, including to the Medal of Honor for Shimon Peres, a dear friend of mine who was the Prime Minister of Israel. But I don't like them as people. I remember Michelle Robinson when she was a student, and she was very radical. Obama was not. I mean, he was known as a kind of middle-of-the-roader when he was at Harvard Law School.
Now, this is inside I did not know. Dershowitz knew them in law school. Barack Obama was the kickback, pot-smoking moderate. It was Michelle Obama that was the radical communist, radical Marxist, radical Alinskyite. So that tells me that she might have informed him and pushed him, because she always seems like the wife that has like a rolling pin ready to hit him on the head, and any minute, like backhand him. She wears the pants. And Barack Obama's like, hey, lady, what's up? I'm the Rat Pack. And
I think during the beginning of his first term, he was a little bit more of that. But once he was reelected, you're absolutely right. He became, his true self came out. He's not a nice person. He's not a nice person. He's a smart person. He's very smart. but he's not a nice person.
Yeah, they're not nice people. The media lied about them. Do they tell you that Melania Trump is a nice person? That's how you know the media is lying so bad. Let's get to the article over here at Fox News. First Lady Melania Trump puts her Hunter Biden on a $1 billion notice over false, defamatory Epstein comments. The Daily Beast retracted an article, and James Carville apologized after publishing similar claims. Exclusive: Melania Trump is putting Hunter Biden on $1 billion notice over what she claims are false, defamatory, disparaging, and inflammatory statements made about her, demanding he immediately remove and retract the content and issue an apology or face legal action. Fox News Digital has learned. There's another comparison to make. That's with E. Jean Carroll, who claimed that Trump made defamatory comments about her. And she got $83 million in a New York lawsuit. No way in hey, Melania Trump gets that in Manhattan, because you do not get justice in New York, because that is pure politics. See, Melania is a Republican and E. Jean Carroll's a Democrat. All of the jury, in fact, they didn't even have a jury. They just had a judge just telling Trump how much money he was going to pay her. They all believe, the judge just automatically said, yeah, that's defamation, $83 million. Well, what about Melania Trump? No such justice she gets. Exclusively obtained the letter that Alejandro Brito, attorney serving as litigation counsel for the First Lady, sent to Hunter Biden and his attorney, Abby Lowell, who was E. Jean Carroll's one of the lawyers. August 6th. Brito demanded that Biden immediately retract the false. Now, see, she's not even looking for money. E. Jean Carroll was totally gouging Trump for money. Melania Trump isn't asking for money. She says just apologize and remove the content in public, and you don't have to pay anything. So that's between her and E. Jean Carroll. E. Jean Carroll was a gold digger looking for money, and Melania Trump is looking for just the truth and righteousness. They were claimed in a video interview with Channel 5, Andrew Callaghan, and posted to YouTube in early August. We'll go over the document in the next slide. Failure to comply will leave Miss Trump with no choice but to pursue any and all legal rights remedies available to her to recover the overwhelming financial and reputational harm that you have caused her to suffer, Brito wrote. They have to show damages. That's key in getting this payment. In the video interview titled Hunter Biden Resume Returns, video earlier in August, the former first son claimed Epstein introduced Melania to Trump. The connections are like so wide and deep, he claimed, and he did not know. Biden also claimed that Jeffrey Epstein introduced Melania, and that's how Melania and the First Lady and the president met. These false, disparaging, defamatory, and inflammatory statements are extremely salacious and have been widely disseminated, that's damaged, throughout vicious digital mediums, Brito wrote. Indeed, the video has been republished by various media outlets, including us covering it, journalists, and political commentators with millions of social media followers, well, not million, 568,000, unless you subscribe, disseminated the false and defamatory statements therein to tens of millions of people worldwide, Brito added. Consequently, you have caused Ms. Trump to suffer, and we do pay in suffering in a civil case, overwhelming financial and reputational harm. Brito said that Biden's source for the false statements is serial fabulist Michael Wolff, whose lies were published at the Daily Beast in an article titled Melania Trump Very Involved in Epstein Scandal. Moving on. Here's the actual legal document. I'm just going to give you a look at it. As you know, I don't generally read all legal documents, but it cites the law firm, the defendant, and Mr. Hunter Biden is named in the document. Also, moving on, here's Melania Trump who posted, so this is backfill, where she's posting this in her book from July 18th, how she met Donald Trump. It's simple. It's right there in black and white. On a Friday night in September, I'm not going to do the voice. I settled into the comfort of my New York City apartment after a whirlwind trip to Paris. My phone rang. It was a friend of mine. My boyfriend's throwing a party at the Kit Kat Club tomorrow night, she said. Please come. We haven't seen each other in so long. I just got back from Paris. Please, it will be fun. A lot of people will be there. We'll pick you up. When I was tired and jet lagged, I love the idea that my weekend was about to be filled with the company of friends. I've always been selective how I choose to spend my time and where I put my energy. A late night party at a club was not my top choice for Saturday evening. I much preferred staying in, watching a film, or going to dinner with close friends. Though I didn't shy away from social gatherings, clubs were simply not my cup of tea. I accepted the invitation anyway, after all. It was Fashion Week, a time of glamour and sophistication. I was looking forward to mingling with industry insiders and trendsetters. This is like when I go to Comic-Con. I don't like the crowds, but I like my old friends. When I stopped into the sleek black limo my friend arrived in, I felt like a celebrity. En route to a gala, we arrived at the Kit Kat Club. The energy of the crowd and the dazzling lights greeted us. Inside, the dark, crowded space buzzed with models, photographers, editors, and designers. It was Fashion Week, a Saturday night. Some guests danced while others engaged in lively conversations. We were all enjoying ourselves. I saw my friend and someone was behind me. When I turned around, I noticed a man, an attractive blonde woman, approaching us. "Hi, I'm Donald Trump," the man said when he reached my table. "Nice to meet you." I recognized the name. I knew he was a businessman or celebrity, but not much else. Little did she know, he would be her ticket to be the first lady. He put his hand out to shake mine. "Hello," I replied. "I'm Melania." His eyes filled with curiosity, interest, I'll say, and seizing the opportunity, he took the seat next to mine and started a conversation. "Gentlemen, if you're looking for dating, here's good advice. Step on it, guys. Let's go." He asked me about my time in New York, my Slovenian home, and my world travels. It was a moment of connection, a brief encounter that left lasting impressions. It was nice to make a new acquaintance. Oh, what a lovely story. Now look at this. This is a little detail I didn't know about Melania either. Melania Trump's Louis Vuitton luggage, her tag says FLOTUS. So there's the bag, has a little red tag on it. Let's get in close. FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States. That's kind of a cool detail. Here's Trump. Now remember, Trump tomorrow is going to Alaska to talk face-to-face with Putin. Lots of controversy on that. What he really needs is Melania, the great. She could help end a war in her friendship and how much Putin loves her.
Thank Melania and for your leadership in this very important issue. It's an amazing issue. America is blessed to have such a dedicated and compassionate First Lady. I would tell you she is very dedicated. In fact, if you look at just what I heard, Putin just said they respect your wife a lot. I said, what about me? No, they like Melania better. That wasn't good. I don't know if that was good. I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
I'm okay with it. She's lovely, but that is really funny. He goes, what about me? They respect Melania. Trump, bring her to Alaska. Trust me, it could end a war. And finally, do not underestimate Melania because she's going to mop the floor with Hunter Biden. Here's her track record so far. In the past month, First Lady Melania Trump has threatened to sue Hunter Biden for $1 billion over lies, forced the Daily Beast to retract lies, got Democrat operative James Carville to apologize. It's refreshing to have a First Lady who holds the media accountable. And we're rooting for you, Melania, and we're praying for you. Get him. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe.